Hi, my name's Bronwyn Jane. Who has a fur baby? Who has lost a fur baby? Those relationships are so significant, our pets. And even pet doesn't seem to do it justice, those relationships. They're very special. And for me, particularly the love that they give is the closest thing that I've encountered to unconditional love. As humans, sometimes it's really hard for us to give that. But when we're receiving it from our little fur babies, our scale babies, depending on what kind of pet we have, it is unconditional. They just love us. They just love us so totally. So when that relationship changes because of transition, that they've passed away, it can be really hard. And from my own experience, I know the grief was intense because the connection and the love was so intense. And so I honored it. I didn't play it down. I didn't label it as, oh, it's just a pet. It should be processed a certain way because it's a pet. No, because love is love. And soul connection to soul connection, doesn't matter what form, what body that soul is in. It's still intense. It's still special. And so I went through that. And as I went through that process, now I was lucky because I still got to see her manifest in the yard, and she's a little puppy dog, and so in the house, and still feel her. And so I was lucky that I could still have those connections. But I still had questions because I kind of just wanted to know, like, what was going on? What was she experiencing? Was it the same as, for our loved ones in spirit? Was it the same experience for her? Now, I will say I was very blessed to have a visit from her. And what I experienced within that visit was no different to any visit that I have from anyone else. So when we sometimes call them dreams, but when we have those visits when we're asleep, that profoundness, the same way that the communication came through, the same intense feelings, it was exactly the same. And I thought, well, that's fabulous to know that she can do that. But I still had other questions. Like, what was she doing? Who was she with? Because I'm blessed that a lot of my immediate family is still here. It's grandparents in spirit and, uncles and things like that. But I still wondered, who was she with? And even though I know that my grandmother said that she had her, I still wondered, what about for those other pets that maybe that they're there by themselves? What happens? And through readings, what has been made aware to me from other people is that if they're in spirit and their pet is still here, they are the people that are looking after our pets. I've had so many people come through and tell me that they are looking after someone else's pet for them because their animal is still here and they really love animals and particular animals. And so they're looking after them. And I thought that was fabulous to know, because someone's looking after their pet here, their family. And so they're looking after ours. And so that was really nice to know. And then the other thing that she shared with me, which I found kind of interesting, and she came through once again in a different visit, because I've been lucky enough to have a few visits from her. And she came through and she told me that, I think because she thought I might have got a bit upset, she came through and she told me that she was going to reincarnate. And she showed me the family that she was going to reincarnate. It was a young family with a little baby, and they had 2 dogs, and one dog was getting ready to transition. And she knew that she was going to go into that family because they would get another dog to keep their original dog company, and also so their son, as he grew, because he was very little, a baby, going to grow up with these dogs. And she was going to be the replacement dog. And she ensured me that she was going to come and have this lifetime and then be back into the spirit world to meet me when I came there. And I thought, okay. I liked the way, first of all, she made sure that I didn't get upset that she was going to have another family. and explained the whole process. And I thought, oh, okay, so it was a really interesting teaching moment that she shared with me about coming and explaining the whole situation, how it was going to be, and then about the transitioning and the timing of everything in that human time, how she would be back in time for me. So I want to share that with you because sometimes we wonder about that. And the thing that I find so amazing about spirit, like this is one example, and they happen all the time, most days, the information that they teach us about the way things work, what they're doing there, and how just life and cycles and how everything works. I just find it so fascinating. And so I wanted to share it with you because I know that there are other people that have the similar kind of questions, wondering what's going on with their animals, what's going on with their pets, who's looking after them, do they come back, have they incarnated, are they going to see them again, all these kind of things, questions just like what I had. So I wanted to share that with you. If you want to, comment below, let me know your experiences. If you want to share anything, please feel guided to do so. Connect with me at Bronwyn Medium if you would also like to do that as well. Thank you for spending some time with me and taking on this wisdom that the spirit world has shared.